Brian, there are a lot of strategies out there for passive real estate. I've heard about opportunity zones. Can you tell me more about how those work, what they are?
Yeah, opportunity zone is something that doesn't a lot of people don't know a lot about. They've heard about them probably, but don't understand the moving parts. They are very complicated. And basically, an opportunity zone, they were set up, I think there was over 8,000 of these zones set up by the various states and so forth. And they were based on 2010 census data and so forth. A lot of these zones don't make a lot of sense right now. Some of the richest, best areas of the country are considered economically depressed opportunity zones, and other areas that are depressed aren't. So there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to it. I'll just say that off the top. So it was supposed to spur the economy to allow investment into economically depressed areas. I don't know that it's really done a lot of that because, again, people aren't going to necessarily invest in an economically depressed area. They're going to invest in one that was named that based on the 2010 number but isn't anymore. So that's kind of what I've seen happen. But basically, you can take your capital gain only. You can't just write a check and put it into an opportunity zone. You had to sell something that has a capital gain. Now, you mentioned real estate. You can do that, but I prefer doing a 1031 exchange into a DST so that I can potentially eliminate the tax. Because if you sell a business or stock, you could take some or all of your capital gains and put that portion into an opportunity zone. Do you get out of the tax from that sale? No, you don't. You just deferred it. You deferred it a number of years. Like, oh, so I don't even get out of the tax, I just put it off. That's right. So what are the benefits of investing in an opportunity zone? Well, even though you don't get out of the tax from the gain on whatever you sold, your business or stock, you do get out of future taxes on your new investment. So whatever you invested in maybe is going to be built in the future or whatever that investment does, if you hold it more than 10 years, then it kind of acts like a Roth, meaning that all the gains can be tax-free someday. So again, these are very confusing, and there's a lot of things that have to fall into place. You have to have a gain. I'd suggest it's probably not from real estate. You have to have a good opportunity zone investment. You don't need the money necessarily for at least 10 years. You got to come up with the tax in a number of years anyway. So there's a lot of things that have to fall into place for an opportunity zone to be considered.
So these opportunity zones can be somewhat random. I mean, where we're sitting right now could not be an opportunity zone, but yet 2 blocks away it could be an opportunity zone. And there are opportunity zones in all 50 states and even the American territories. So all things considered, why would one invest in an opportunity zone?
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm not sitting in an opportunity zone right now, but I know 4 blocks away from where I'm sitting there is one. And so I will, here's a planning opportunity. You can also start a business in an opportunity zone, and then that business someday when you sell it can be tax-free. And so if I were to start a business today, I would not have rented this spot that I'm sitting at. I would have rented 4 blocks away and say, okay, my business was started in an opportunity zone. I'm in the same market. It doesn't matter to me where I'm sitting. And so there's an opportunity for someone to invest in an opportunity zone. Another reason is that if you got a lot of time on your side and you want to invest long-term in real estate and you don't like paying taxes, well, maybe you sold something and you do want to, your business or a stock, and you're saying, I really don't need the money from this for a long time. I've got other assets. So I kind of call it the unicorn, the one where they had a gain, they don't need the money, they want to have it long term, they're willing to take some risk in an investment that maybe isn't even built yet. That would be the situation where an OZ may come into play. But certainly when starting a business, consider your address. So you might want to start it in an opportunity zone, especially if you think you're going to sell that business someday.
So, Brian, it sounds like there is more benefit to someone who is starting a business in an opportunity zone rather than an investor investing into an opportunity zone. But as an investor, you're not necessarily investing in that business. You're investing in a fund.
Yeah, if you're an investor, you're investing in a fund, somebody has set up an OZ investment, maybe they're going to do a development, or they're going to do a massive remodel to an apartment building or something like that. They're going to put a lot of money into something. That helps it qualify as an opportunity zone investment. So yeah, it's a different kind of investment as opposed to starting your own business. And so I'm glad we had a chance to kind of talk a little bit about both. Certainly not enough time to cover all the ins and outs of an OZ, but I just wanted to bring it up in case you'd heard that term and wanted to know if it applied to you.
Brian, thanks for telling us more about opportunity zones.